Hey up everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well on this Sunday. Tonight's video is going to be episode 11 of the Numpty of the Week award. I do this award every Sunday and it's given to the person, or it could be player, or it could be club that does the daftest thing of the week. I get lots of nominations coming in from either people that follow me or people that I see online myself doing daft things. And what I normally do is I read out the actual winner of the Numpty of the Week award and then just read out some of the other nominees. So the winner of the Numpty of the Week award this week, episode 11, goes to Matthew Duncanson. And he said, if the Cowboys think that they deserve any sort of praise for this year's performance, they are mistaken. The Gold Coast sides have had more heart than these two loser sides ever will. When he says loser sides, he's referring to Brisbane and North Queensland. Where do I start with this comment? Gold Coast have been a basket case for years. They come last in 2019. They had a slightly better year this year. They were in the bottom three for most of the year, but pulled away with those 5 wins in a row at the back end of the year. But they've been a basket case for the most part. North Queensland won the premiership in 2015. Brisbane, they've won 6 premierships in their history, in their 31-year history. I know this year has been awful, but when you get someone that supports the Gold Coast that says that about North Queensland and Brisbane, and they see that they've got more heart than what they ever will, that's just a daft comment to see. What have the Gold Coast got to celebrate? What have they done? They've done nought, really. They've done nought since they've come in the competition. So Matthew Duncanson, he gets me Numpty of the Week award. Now we go into the other nominations. The first one comes from BJ Seymour. Maybe that stands for Blowjob Seymour, I'm not too sure. He says, even if the Broncos win this weekend and the Dogs lose, they're still winners of the COVID spoon, aka the virtual spoon. And then, I mean, obviously this was before the game this week, but if Brisbane won this week, they avoid the wooden spoon and Canada get the spoon. So maybe BG Seymour can't count, or he doesn't know how rugby league works, but I'm pretty sure if you finish on 8 points and the other team finishes on 6, you finish above them. Going into the next nominee, it comes from someone by the name of Shazeel Dean, and he says he is a shit player, he deserves it, and he's in reference to Jamal Opawati and the fact that Brisbane come last. And he got a lot of hate for this, but you know, I've said it before and I said it again, to play first grade and to make it to the top level, even if you're not, you know, a Jonathan Thaster or an Andrew Johns or something like that, to get to that level you have to be half decent, you have to be good. So to see that he's a shite player and he deserves it, that's a bit fucking low, like, and considering that even though Jamil Hopewati's had his problems in the past, he's probably worked really hard to get to the top level, and clearly he's a lot better than this Shazeel Dean lad, because how many first grade games has Jamil Hopewati played in comparison to Shazeel Dean? The next nomination comes from Johnny Costa, and he says, I'd have Dylan Edwards in my team every day of the week, even with this shortened season. He makes the Penrith side have great starts to their sets and how their kick returns, and he compliments Nathan Cleary and Liu perfectly. And this is in reference to seeing that Dylan Edwards is a better player than Clint Gutherson is. I'm not too sure about that one. I'll leave it up to you, the viewers, to decide on that comment. The next one comes from Timon, and he posted this on YouTube. He says, did any team with a mid-season coach sacking improve? No! And then everyone went, New Zealand, I thought, become a lot better under Todd Payton. So that kind of just makes Timon look like a fucking daft cunt, doesn't it? Because clearly New Zealand weren't going anywhere with Stephen Kearney. Then they appoint Todd Payton and they nearly made the top 8. So does a mid-season coach swap wake. In this case, it did. We go to the next nomination. It's from Max Wilson, and he says, "If your boy Gutho stopped acting like a knob and stopped referring to himself as King Gutho, then maybe your side would go further. All class starts midway of the season and fizzled out the last few months. Typical Parramatta. It's Gutherson's job as the captain to actually, go up to the referee and complain about stuff and to question decisions that the referee makes. He's not going up there for the sake of it. He's not just another player. He's actually it's the captain. It's his job to go up to the referee and go, here, I didn't agree with that decision that you just made there. I want an explanation." And the thing about the King Gutho thing was, he didn't come to Parramatta or Manly and go, "I'm King Gutho, look at me." It's other people that have come up for the nickname of King Gutho. He didn't call himself that. He doesn't refer to himself as King Gutho. That's the media and other people. It's the same as Wally Lewis. Wally Lewis didn't go around saying, "I'm the king, look at me." It was the media and it was other people that come up with a nickname for Wally Lewis. So for him to see that, it's just a bit daft. The next nomination, this is a two-part nomination. I was watching this video on Fox League, and James Hooper and that, they were talking about what it takes to win a premiership, even though that he's never played first grade rugby league before. And he said, nobody has won a premiership without a star halfback. And then I was sat there thinking, Brisbane 2006, Sheen Perry, 2016 Chad Townsend, Cronulla, and then this is the other part of the nomination, Lara Pitt. Moses needs to be more calm, like Cameron Munster, because they were talking about Mitchell Moses and how he loses his temper on the field, and I'm thinking, this is the same Cameron Munster that got sin bin twice in the grand final when Melbourne were not going to win the grand final and Eastern Suburbs were all over him and they couldn't handle it, so he got sin bin once, and then the second time he got sin bin, he kicked Joseph Mardu in the back. I think it was either in the back of the head or the back, and he got sin bin twice. I don't think that's of course Cameron Munster seems cool when Melbourne's winning every week, but I guarantee if Melbourne go behind in this final series, you'll see a different Cameron Munster. I'll tell you that right now. Like, the next nomination comes from Braydon Towers, who said Cummins did everything he could to win Parramatta that game, and that was in reference to the Parramatta West Tigers match. Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. There was bad calls for both sides. So for Braydon Towers to see that, I think it's a bit daft. The next comment comes from, someone sent this to me, and it's from someone by the name of Ricky Reda. Now this is a post that he made about 24 hours before the Parramatta West Tigers game, and then this was posted, and then the second post was posted after the game. So the first post before the match, he said, "I hate to see I told you so, but I told you so. Gutho needs to go. He almost single-handedly lost us the game last night with his pathetic kicking game. You can't win a comp with King Gutho at the back. Hashtag I told you so." And then just after the game, he posts, "With all seriousness, how good is Gutherson? I can't believe we have fans that don't like him. He's the king for a reason." Gotta love that. And this nomination was sent in by Patrick Nand, and he said he sent me this photo, and it's from someone by the name of Green Fox. And Green Fox, he posted this after the New Zealand win over Manly Warringah today, and he said, "Wow, Adam Kieran, 3 tries today. Got to know this young bloke over a number of years, and I can think of a less deserving person than this arsehole. A true prick in every sense of the word, and a malignant sociopath. There is still time left for him to do a couple of ECLs or break his leg." And who fucking types that? Who puts that? that's fucking morbid. Like that's fucking. I tell you, that's right up. I know whoever that person is. I hope he's seeing a psychiatrist or he's checking in with his mental health or he's looking after himself, because that's some pretty morbid stuff there. Like, but anyway, that's me Numpty of the week for episode 11. The winner this week was I'll just get it back up now. And it was Matthew Duncanson who won the award this week. So congratulations, Matthew Duncanson, you're the Numpty of the week for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. If you did, click that like button. And if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, click on that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get an email when I do a new video. Anyways, everyone, stay tuned for the next two videos. It's going to be the next season review of I think it's either Manly or St George, and also stay tuned for the finals, week 1. I'm going to be doing my tips for those, so stay tuned. Anyways, everyone, I'll catch you all later, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, catch you all later. Ta-ra.